Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Chris and I ask you to stick around because I got a great video. I'm actually going to hand over to you verbally on a golden plate the secret that for centuries and centuries or thousands, eons of years has been buried, that nobody wants you to know. You can't hear this, you can't know about this. It's forbidden. You know, pay no mind to the secret. Pay no mind to who you truly are. Just stay distracted with our movies. Stay distracted with our news. Stay distracted with our music. Stay distracted with our systems that you know provide you with debt and bills and fear. You know, just stay in that world, but never ever turn away from that world and discover who you truly are, because we can't have that. Oh no, we can't have you. We cannot under any circumstances have you realize who and what you are. And in addition to not paying attention to all that stuff, we worked extra hard to make you feel like shit from the day you were born. Yes, we told you you were a sinner, you were dirty, evil, filthy, just full of sin, that you had to beg and worship and plead for mercy from this God above that loved war and death and destruction and sacrifice and incest and so many different things. That's why we have churches that baptize babies, because they were born sinful. They were born no good. That's why we have churches that preach hell, because if you don't follow the leader, if you don't do what he wants, if you don't worship the right way, you will burn in hell for all eternity. But I love you, and I need your money. And I don't pay taxes. What a crock of shit. People are starting to wake up, and it is a beautiful thing, but people are not fully awakened. And so here I am going to give you that knowledge. I'm going to tell you the secret of all secrets. And some of you might feel like, duh, I knew that. Others might feel like, well, I kind of had that feeling, but I never went with it. And so on and so on. So this should appeal to everybody across the board on many different levels. We vibrate at 2 frequencies, just 2. Okay, so we're going to have the fear frequency that vibrates at a very low frequency. The fear, the hate, the anger, the depression, all that vibrates low frequency, slow and long frequency. And those in power that exist outside the bands of lights that are visible within our eyes, visibility, feeds off that frequency like an energy vampire. It's nourishment, it's food, it's energy, it is power. And so the way to get, you know, so this feeds them. The secret of all secrets is the same thing you probably heard from many other people, and that is simply, you must be nothing but pure love. Unconditional love. When you love, you vibrate at a much higher and faster frequency, which ascends you above that lower frequency. They cannot hurt you, touch you, harm you, nothing. Because you have ascended, you have risen, you've risen, you have awoken, you have conquered the world. The love frequency vibrates super fast and, you know, at a much higher rate than I can't do this. My brain can't function right enough to do fast and slow. Try that, you know, fast here, slow here. Kind of hard. But yes, we need to find love within ourselves. And I'm going to give you some examples. I'm not just going to preach it, I'm going to prove it. If you just stick around a little bit longer, okay? Just stay there. I know it's an extra few minutes on the video, but put everything in your life and all your, you know, you can do all that other stuff later. Alright? Don't worry about the food on the stove. Let it burn. Don't worry about Don't worry about the front door being open. Leave it there. Don't worry about, having to go to work, or if you cut your leg off, just stay there. Bleed, stay there, bleed. Just try to hold, some pressure there, and just try to stay focused until you pass out, okay? All right, moving on. Proving it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna show it to you. I want this to just I want it to connect in your mind. I want to wake you up, and I want to get you out of this hell. Oh yes, I do, because I am so sick of their sick, twisted minds keeping us all held down like prisoners. You are a spirit. You are eternal. You cannot be destroyed. You are energy, and even in science they say energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Energy exists, period. No, that's not some Illuminati initiation, whatever. Ooh, I make hand signs, whatever, but it's definitely not for them. So don't worry, I'm not nothing Illuminati. No way. Not enough money in the world, nothing. My soul and my freedom is worth so much more than anything. It's more than the entire planet and all the solar system. Way more than that. Besides, they don't have the power to take your soul. That's not even possible. Here goes. These are just some quick examples that I'm thinking of off the top of my head. You had John Lennon, you had the Beatles. John Lennon was a singer that was part of a band called the Beatles. If you don't know them, look them up. Now, the Beatles was controlled and handled by Illuminati connections, and therefore, after such and such time, John had found someone, and he left the band, and he started to realize things, and he tried to wake people up as far as religion goes. He also wanted peace and love in the world. That's why he said the war is over. Give peace a chance. So he had an influence on a mass amount of people. He was famous and he was a big person. So this kind of preaching of the war is over if you want it and give love and peace a chance, those in power didn't want that. So he was exterminated. He was done, out of there. No. Don't stand for good. Don't teach good. If you talk it, you teach it, you walk it, you're gone. Okay? The story goes he was shot by some stalking maniac fan who was obsessed with him and thought he himself was John Lennon, or that his music was singing about his life. I believe he was someone on the inside paid to murder John Lennon to silence him. Moving on. Then you have Mother Teresa. Some people say, well, she died from old age. Possible. But I think, again, here was someone who was exterminated because she went out and she walked with the poor. She fed the poor. She gave to the poor. She went from country to country helping the sick. Her life she was love. She was a very enlightened, illuminated human being, even though she was tied with the sick, demonic, satanic, mind-warping, crazy religion. She was none of that. She was beyond that. Even though she was connected to it. She was outside of the box. She was that could not be controlled. She was a light in this world. Gone. Then you go a little bit forward a few more years, or a decade or two, and then you had Princess Diana. Another person with a lot of influence, a lot of power, and a lot of people looking at and worshiping. But she was a good person. She had a good heart. She wanted to help the sick. She wanted to help the poor. Another person who gave their time and their money out to the world to do good. Exterminated. Can't have none of that. No way, no how. We need people who are selfish. We need people who are greedy. We need people who will not help. We need people who will promote, fearmonger, and destroy all that's good. Alex Jones sound somewhat familiar? Can anybody hear me? Alex Jones, you ever think there's something a little weird about him? Used to listen to him, and he's definitely a fearmonger. He's one that will feed you a lot of questionable facts, but at the same time put the fear in you. Oh my God, we're gonna get destroyed. They're gonna blow us up with a bomb. We need to stock up on guns, ammo, and food. You need to border up your windows and build a bunker and not even go outside because they're coming. Get prepared. Buy my products. Buy my vitamins. Buy my food. Buy my ammo. Buy my weapons. Watch my documentaries. Donate to me. Give me money. Give me. Anyhow, Princess Diana exterminated. You go forward a little while longer, then you had the guy who was the actor in the movie The Fast and Furious. You know, the driver, I don't remember his name. Towards the end, right before he got killed, I say killed, not died, before he got killed, he was given out to the world. He again was helping those in need, helping those that were sick, helping the Red Cross, stuff like that. I don't know all the details, but I know that he was tired of Hollywood, tired of that whole scene, wanted out of it, and boom, another one, gone, exterminated, gotten rid of. Because these people, they were a light in the world. John F. Kennedy, for example, he was one that was standing up to them, gone. And that was not by some twisted sicko sniper. This was a very well taught and a very sophisticated shooter. And the guy that was arrested and put in prison, this was just some unfortunate fella that used to work, I heard, in the CIA, that they turned on and put it all on him to keep it out of your eye. But anyhow, these examples are examples of love, of kindness, of uniting, of humanity, of someone who people look up to, that's an example to the world. The love frequency, loving and going within and knowing who you are and waking up, that moment when people find out the deception, when people realize that they've been prisoners in the flesh, when they realize that their body is not only an awesome machine, but it is also a prison, as well as this world, this matrix is another prison. You can rise above it, and you can vibrate completely outside of their grasp and their power. They will run so fast it'll sound like thunder roaring in the skies when humanity awakens. And they will know their time is up, and they will have no place to run, no place to hide, nowhere to go. Thank you all for watching. Remember, love is the key. Love. Go within. Don't search outside of yourself. Don't reach for no savior. You've been taught that you're worthless. You're no good. You've been conditioned to want to grab outside of yourself. You've been distracted with TV, music, movies, entertainment, bills and work and this and that. You've been totally kept in this maze of all these different thoughts and fears and worries and stress and anger and all that. And you're all lost in it. It's all just swirling around like this big, huge hurricane inside your head. And then when you go within, you kind of can see it and work, or you can get everything and just push it out of the way and say, stop! I'm awake and I'm not taking it no more. Never forget. Love, love, love. As a matter of fact, you guys want to do some great YouTube videos? Go out and do a good act. Record it and upload it. I will do the same. Alright guys. And before I go, oh yeah, I got one other message. Illuminati, those in power, all you evil out there, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not scared of you. As a matter of fact, to me, you're a joke. As a matter of fact, I kind of feel sorry for you because you really need us. It's kind of pathetic how you need us to feel fear to feed you. Well, it's time that you starve. It's time that you be afraid. It's time that you suffer. It's time that you live in fear, because we are done. I'm not preaching violence, because violence ain't the key. Guns and bombs and bunkers and all the armies and all the militias, that's not what's needed for this world. Love is what's needed. examples of love. Us turning off the televisions. Quit listening to that crap. Quit taking in all those lies. We are feeding them with our life force. So we're done. And we can stop it with love. All right, guys. Peace. Love you. Take care.